Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Aaron, and today I want to talk about scaling in Neverwinter. So scaling was introduced in, I want to say, mod 16 when the undermounting dropped. Prior to that, it was Barovia, and I am pretty sure there was no scaling whatsoever, because I do remember people were critting for 100 million. It was something ridiculous, and very few people, it was being done, but very few people were soloing the heroic in Barovia, which was Yesterhill, which was supposed to be a 10-man put. People could solo it, but you would have to know your character inside and out, know how to survive, know how to self-sustain, know how to put out damage. And when the scaling came into the game, that also met Neverwinter's downfall. So when mod 16 dropped, undermounting came in, it was a whole new combat rework. Everyone was really annoyed. All the characters had been nerfed into the ground. It was basically like, it was a huge money grab. Essentially, I don't want to say it, but everything had changed. I remember I used to play my great weapon fighter. He'll always be a great weapon fighter and never be a barbarian. It just doesn't seem right. But I used to play my great weapon fighter, and mod 15, which was the days of Ravenloft, or people were farming Cradle. If you guys remember any of that, then you're definitely an OG. Let me know down in the comments below. But as soon as undermounting dropped, everything changed within the combat. The barbarian, or the great weapon fighter, whichever you want to call it, was one of the top DPSs. It was one of the top DPS classes. Easy to use, yes, but there are so many great weapon fighters who could not do damage, and that is because they hadn't done any research on the character. They just wanted to make a character that was known for good DPS, and then they thought they could spam R2 or whatever button you're at Willers, and they would put out damage. No, that is not how any character works in this game. But I was talking to someone the other day, and you know, the damage wasn't there. So I was talking to him and I said, look, do you want help getting your damage up? Do you want some advice? And he said no. I said, why not? He said, because the higher your DPS is and the higher your item level is, the more you get punished. And I was thinking about this when he said it. I was like, that's actually 100% true. Think about it, guys. So if you're upping your item level, there's pretty much only one place where you don't get scaled down, and that's Voss. Even though you're still squishy as shit, you're not scaled down in there. But every single other dungeon, all these fun dungeons, you got your T9, you got your FBI, your Cradle. I still think Cradle's fun. You got all these dungeons that are actually fun, that scale you into oblivion. What is the point in getting your item level up to, I don't know, 50 plus? Okay? What's the point? If you're just going to get scaled, you're not going to see how hard you can hit. You're basically being punished by getting your character nerfed. So I was thinking about it and I was like, this is 100% true. Like, why haven't I thought about this? I've spent all this time, and yes, I've spent money to get my character up, to get punished. I miss the days where we could run Cradle, we could run T9, we could run Ravenloft, and we were holding our own. We had the ACDC, the DODC, the PowerShare Pally, we had the Master of Flame, we had the Templar, we had all these classes that served a purpose in a 10-man dungeon. They're gone. There's no variety now. My favorite group back in the day, let's say I was running T9. I liked being the DPS, solo DPS. I liked being the great weapon fighter that was putting out the damage. I took a power share pally or a guardian fighter. Guardian fighters were really good tanks. When they pop their commander strike and they're into the fray, you can hit so hard. But obviously that got screwed over. But I'd take a power share pally or I'd take a guardian fighter. I'd take an AC/DC for the power share. I'd take a Master of Flame, which was a wizard. It was like a buff debuff. And I'd take a Templock, which was a buff debuff. Now what this did is it gave everyone a run. So I wasn't there taking 3 tricks of rogues, or I wasn't there taking 3 great weapon fighters. Those who had the classes could get into the runs because I was using in that run 4 different classes, 4 different teammates, and they all had different classes, so the variety was there. Now look at the classes now. Apart from your tank and your healer, everyone does DPS. That's it. There's no buff debuff. There's no power share. There's just a tank, a healer, and the rest DPS. The variety is gone. Like, do people enjoy being a buff debuff? I'd like to think so, yeah. I mean, a lot of people right now don't even like DPSing because of how squishy they are. My rogue included. My rogue's super squishy. And all I can blame, I can only blame scaling. Scaling's good if it's done right. This was done so wrong. Pains me to say, but might need a new combat rework. Or the hate going in the comments now. Not another combat rework. I'm just saying that the scaling it's a big issue in Neverwinter. It's a huge issue. I feel like I said COD earlier and I don't know why. If I said COD earlier, I apologize. I'm talking about Neverwinter. But yeah guys, let me know what you think down in the comments below about the scaling. Do you think it's a good thing? Do you think it's a bad thing? I am fully 100% against scaling. I feel like I should be able to see my numbers no matter where I'm at. You've got people who still can't do Ravenloft. People are backing out when they see Ravenloft. People are backing out when they see MSPC. And the developer's excuse was, we don't want people getting carried. People getting carried was the only reason they were in and learning the dungeons. I don't agree with carries. But I will happily carry someone through instead of just leaving a dungeon all the time. There's no incentive to get better. There's no incentive to learn. There's nothing. There's no rewards. There's nothing. There's actually just punishment. The stronger you get, the more you get punished. That is 100% fact. As I said guys, let me know in the comment section what you think about the scaling in Neverwinter. Are you for scaling? Are you against scaling? Let me know down below. I'll be checking out the comments. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you want to make your way back to the channel. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.